What's up, world? Today I have my Banshee out, Yamaha Banshee YZ350 or whatever you want to call it, YZF, and I'm doing some maintenance and some overhauling. I'm going to be replacing these wheels. Sorry about that. I'm going to be replacing these wheels, that rear sprocket, and I'm going to be changing the bushings in the strut and also the bushings in this drop link, because there's a ton of play in this thing that's so sloppy. I'm gonna put the camera down and show you guys in a second. Okay, so this rear end has a lot of play in it. I'm trying to demonstrate. But you see all that? It's like so sloppy. It's like horrible. So as I take the parts off, I'll show you guys more about it, what I'm talking about. So this thing has a spherical bearing in it, and also the bottom has some type of bushing. To be honest, I don't even think that this thing is messed up. I think the previous owner had the wrong size bolt inside of it, making it have excess play in the bolt part. The mosquitoes are serious right now. I think I'm gonna take the rear end parts and take this in the house because the mosquitoes are not messing around with it. All right, so I'm gonna remove this sprocket because I'm gonna be putting a new one on. Take these nuts off. Also, I will be replacing these upper A arms, and I'm gonna take the lower A arms out and repaint them. These are the upper A arms. I already went ahead and painted those, and I'm gonna be painting the footrest black on both sides. Okay, got some reinforcements. Brake cleaner. So basically cleaning all the parts. And the parts that I am going to paint, I'm going to strip the paint off of it. Oh my God, these mosquitoes.
Every hot skull, no listen to bad mind talk. This is your pagan self. And everything what we talk about, so look out for bad mind friend. Enough time is alive and too much good people life end. So me have to tell every ghetto, I be hungry. Them say me nah go nowhere, you don't nah go make no money. And them say me soon have to run away, but them a cheat. Nice, them some clothes them never clean, and me nah leave this is
We're actually off the swing arm.
No, me clothes them never clean.
Only because I want to paint it. And I'd rather not do stuff half-ass, and I think I'm gonna change these bolts. Somebody stripped. Oh man, I tell you.
wanna be my regular, me never have no dinner. Growing up, life it bitter like vinegar. Me and some boy no grow similar. Nah, the way some boy do for you cellular. I'm born me a real gorilla. Them a laugh and stizzle me brother. Them say me nah go nowhere. You nah go make no money. Them say me soon have to run away. But them a not nice. Them say me clothes them never clean. And me nah leave this 17.
Now you guys can see it's separated. Now I could clean this more thoroughly, and then I could clean this more thoroughly, and then I'm gonna paint this whole thing black, except the break this. Okay world, so I'm gonna use this automotive paint stripper or whatever premium paint stripper to strip the paint off those parts that I want to paint black. I bought this at Advanced Auto Parts. Make sure you wear gloves because this stuff is pretty corrosive and nasty. You don't want to get this on your bare skin. It will burn. So you gotta let that sit. Basically, gonna let that stuff sit in there. It should start to eat the paint. And once it eats off the paint, you can use a wire brush and water to remove all the paint that it peeled off. Because you're trying to get a bare surface so you can paint. So your paint will be a lot more durable and look a lot more professional. Okay guys, so when you're using spray paint like this, you always want to make sure you're like a good distance away from the object you're painting, because you don't want to overspray. Overspray occurs is when you have too much paint and it starts to run, starts to drip down on the paint product, and it doesn't really look very nice. And also you want to do very light coats and allow the paint to dry in between, maybe 5 to 15 minutes, depends on how light of a coat you did, and do 3 or 4 coats. And I'm telling you, because I have it so low to the ground, you have to like get on the ground and check every angle, because this happened to me before. Like, you think you got everything, and as soon as you take the part off of there, there's like a spot that you missed. So that's why you see me like ducking underneath there, checking every single angle. And so now we're gonna move over to the rear axle, which I'm going to be blacking out completely. I was gonna do red and black, but I figured I'd just do the whole thing black. Okay world, so I already went ahead and degreased the part with the same prep solution. As you can see, there's like some blue tape there. I taped off the threads because you don't want the paint to build up on the threads, because it's gonna give you a hard time when you go in and screw on your nuts and bolts. So I did that, and now I'm gonna go lay on a coat of black, making sure I rotate it to catch every angle that I can. Okay world, so I went ahead and cleaned the parts using this Prep All. I use the standard paper towel, or you can use shop towels to clean any leftover residue off of the parts. And then you want to make sure you have on clean gloves as well, because the oil from your fingers can contaminate the part. And then I have this thing that's called a tack rag. Basically it's a cloth that's really sticky, and you go over the parts with it to pick up any lint or dirt left behind by the towel or the paper towel. So I'm gonna do a couple of coats of this Krylon black, and then I'll finish it off with a clear coat.